What if I told you narcissists are not as powerful as they would like you to believe? What if I told you that behind all that fake confidence, manipulation, and control, they are actually terrified? Yes, narcissists have fears. And when you understand what those fears are, you can take back control and make them panic. I'm going to reveal the top things that narcissists desperately try to avoid and how you can use them to break free from their grip. Stick around until the end, guys, because the last fear is the one that will make them completely unravel. What is up, my friendly friends? Welcome back to Psychopath Exposure. My name is Kira. You know, most people think narcissists are fearless, that they don't care what people think, that they're untouchable. But that's a lie. Like every word that comes out of the narcissist's mouth, that's a lie. Truth is, narcissists live in a constant state of fear. A fear of losing control. A fear of being exposed. A fear of no longer being important. See, everything a narcissist does, the manipulation, the gaslighting, playing the victim, it's all designed to protect their fragile little ego. Their entire world is built on a house of cards. And even if one piece falls, it all comes crashing down. So, let's talk about exactly what makes them panic. What makes the narcissist panic? And how you can use it to protect yourselves. First thing I want to talk about is being ignored. That's a fear that you wouldn't think is even it shouldn't even exist for anybody. Like being ignored, like who cares, right? Like, you know, everyone's busy, everyone has things to do, they got better things to do. But for the narcissist, being ignored, that is huge. Fastest way to make a narcissist panic: starve them of attention. Okay? It's not just ignoring them like, you know, like a kid ignores you. It's starving them of attention. Right? Narcissists survive on your reactions. They need to be the center of your world. They need that. Whether you love them or you hate them, they don't give a damn. They don't care. As long as you're focused on them, as long as the media is focused on them, as long as the world is focused on them, they win. Even though in our eyes they're losing and they're losers, in the eyes of a toxic, disordered narcissist, they're winning as long as they're getting attention. It's like the tabloids. You know, it's like they tell you, you know, bad press is good press. Negative attention it's good. Narcissists feed off that. They love it. You ever notice, like, when you stop arguing with them, they suddenly start trying to get your attention again? Kind of like a child. It's, hey, pay attention to me. That's panic. That's panic. That's them realizing that their power is slipping. The best way to destroy a narcissist's ego, because that's all they are, it's ego, is to become indifferent. Don't react. Don't engage. Don't feed the beast. Don't feed the monster. Because narcissists are monsters. Another fear the narcissist has is being exposed. And it's funny we call this channel Psychopath Exposure. Yeah, I'm at a loss for words, but I thought it was a pretty cool name. But yeah, narcissist's worst nightmare is being seen for who they really are. They spend their whole life carefully crafting a fake image, a facade, charming, successful, this loving person that they pretend to be. It's all an act. It's all scripted. It's all premeditated. It's planned. It's plotted. Have you ever called out a narcissist's lies in front of other people? That's when you see the mask slip. Okay, yes, I have a pick in my hand because I'd rather be playing guitar. But I'm kidding, you know. But, you know, maybe they got angry and they got defensive. They even turned the blame on you. That's because the real narcissist, the real self is being threatened. Okay? Their true self is being threatened at that point, and you did it in public, which means everyone gets to see. They're being exposed in front of everybody, right? They feel naked. That's right. And if you want to see a narcissist truly go into panic, expose their contradictions. Ask them direct questions. Call out their inconsistencies. Watch how fast they try to flip the script on you. That's another tactic narcissistic people do when they're losing. They'll totally flip everything on its head. I had some jackass, completely turn the entire situation and story around, making it seem like I was the one trying to get his attention or asking him for help, when he was the jackass that was like harassing and bombarding me for an ounce of attention. And I was like, dude, don't talk to me. I don't want to talk to you. Try to flip the script, make it seem like I needed his help. They're morons. That's why I make videos exposing these people, because they're absolute morons. And when they're at a loss, they'll rewrite history. And through the use of gaslighting, they will convince you that that's what really happened. So you have to be on your toes. You have to be on your A game if you're to conquer this world of narcissism. Because if you're not, these predators are so good at getting in your head and twisting reality that they'll get away with stuff. They'll convince you that something that you know true and dear to your heart happened. They'll convince you that it didn't happen. Something that they did, they'll convince you that you're the one that did it, or you're the one that said it. So this is why narcissists fear losing control over you. Okay? They need control. The second they feel that they're losing it, they panic. And this is why they freak out when you start setting boundaries, because they realize they can't manipulate you anymore. It's like, God forbid you try to be healthy. Narcissist has to be in control. If not, that's a problem. So if a narcissist used to guilt trip you into doing things, okay, and one day you just flat out say no, you refuse to explain, that terrifies them. I've said it many times in my videos. No is a complete sentence. And we've been conditioned to have to over-explain things to people. No is a complete sentence. Hey, you want to grab a burger? No. I know that sounds that doesn't sound great, but in the context of in the midst of a conversation with a good person, someone asks you, hey man, you want to grab some food? You want to do this? You can just say no. No, thank you. You can say thank you if you want, but you could say no. If you have no evil in your heart, if you have no hatred in your heart, if you have no ill will, no bad intentions, you're just clearly saying no, right? Hey, did you watch the game last night? No. Did you go to work yesterday? No. Did you pay the electric bill? No. Did you take the trash out? No. Complete sentence. You don't have to go beyond that. But yeah, that terrifies a narcissist the minute you say no to them. And if you refuse to explain, and then they can tell that you're not guilty about it, that's it. So take away their power. Stop explaining things to the narcissist. Stop explaining why you do things in the first place. Stop explaining your motivations. You don't need to. Stop justifying. You do not need to justify, defend, or explain your position. Stop asking for permission. Stop asking the narcissist for permission. The moment they see that they can't control you anymore, they'll either rage or disappear. In the gaming world, we call that a rage quit. Right? Rage quit. But yeah, another fear the narcissists have, seeing you happy without them. Okay? I think it's one of the greatest fears, just feeling irrelevant. Right? Like they don't matter anymore. They want you to believe that without them, you'll be lost, broken, and miserable. Ever notice how after you start moving on, you finally start healing? Whether it's, whether you're dating someone new, or you're having success at work, or you're just looking happier, you're well put together now. Suddenly, The jackass narcissist pops back into your life. I can't tell you how many people in my coaching program have told me just once they start making strides, Kira, you never believe who finally reached out after 3 years. I'll put my money, I bet you it was a jackass narcissist, wasn't it? It's because they hate the idea that you don't need them anymore. So the ultimate revenge, I know a lot of people in this community want to get revenge on the narcissist or the psychopath. But the truth is, you got to heal, you got to grow, and you got to thrive without them. Because nothing makes a narcissist panic more than realizing that they're completely replaceable. That they're expendable even. Because believe me, that's the way they think about you. They think you're expendable and replaceable. But God forbid someone feels that way about them. Last but not least, no one believing the lies of the narcissist anymore. When it gets to that point where no one believes them, that's the big one. That's the biggest fear, in my experience, a narcissist has. It's once the jig is up. I remember telling my narcissistic, psychopathic ex-girlfriend that. I was like, your jig is up, bitch. I know what's up. Because I did know what's up. Everything had been revealed to me. And she was still trying to lie and manipulate me. And I pulled the curtain. Oh boy, the monster that came out at that moment. Oh my God. But that's the final blow to the narcissist's power. The moment people stop buying their lies, the minute you stop believing their BS, narcissists survive by controlling the narrative. They manipulate, they play the victim. They twist the truth. So they always come out looking good. But the second people start seeing through their act, through the mask, through the facade, that's when the panic sets in. So consider this. If a narcissist spent years smear campaigning, turning people against you, but now those very same people see the truth and turn against them, that's their worst nightmare. We kind of saw that in the elections last year, didn't we? So how do you make a narcissist truly powerless? Live in your truth. Your truth. Don't engage in their drama. Narcissists dwell in drama. Don't engage. Don't defend yourself against their BS, against their lies. Let the truth expose them over time. Now, what do we do next once you know this information? Okay, once you know how to make a narcissist piss their pants. But the real question is, what do you do next? As I said many times, you have to go no contact. If possible, and I do believe it's very possible for most survivors of narcissistic abuse, cut them off completely. 100%. If you don't know how to do that, I have an ebook that I wrote. I offer it here in the channel to the survivors of narcissistic abuse, absolutely free. It's a PDF. You can download it to your computer, straight to your phone. I have a link below in the description. Click on that, download that, read it, learn it, cut off the narcissist completely. Go no contact, no excuses. That's the first thing. First thing you should have done yesterday was gone no contact. Second thing you want to do is to set boundaries. Stop explaining. Stop defending. Stop justifying. Stop reacting. The less energy you give them, the weaker they become. You got to heal yourself. The best revenge is becoming the person that they try to destroy. Remember that. Because they tried to destroy you. And it surely seemed that way for a while, didn't it? But they weren't able to fully do it. They weren't able to fully do it. So heal, grow, become better than the person you were before you met them. And if you're struggling with this, guys, I have an entire video breaking down 3 rules of dealing with a psychopath narcissist. I urge you guys to watch it right here. It might just save you from years of emotional pain. All right? So listen, I know breaking free from narcissism, narcissistic abuse, from psychopaths, from sociopaths isn't easy. Feels impossible. Believe me, I was there. That's why I offer a private one-on-one coaching program for the survivors of this community. Sometimes you just don't need the information. You need a strategy. I said before, you need a real plan to help you move forward, to set boundaries, how to enforce those boundaries, how to take your life back, how to take control back, take your life and control back from the narcissist. I've helped survivors cut off those toxic relationships, rebuild their confidence, find themselves again. Remember, it's not just narcissists, it's just toxic people in general. Sometimes you're dealing with addicts and alcoholics, and you don't know how to get out of that situation, and it's draining you, and it's holding you back. I know we focus on psychopaths and narcissists here, but this is about toxicity. You can't thrive in a toxic relationship. It doesn't work that way unless you're toxic too, and you're both doomed to hell fire forever. So, but seriously, if you want to take back control of your life, you want to heal from this, if you want to turn this whole thing around, click the link in the description. Check it out. Learn more about my coaching program. See if we're a good fit for each other. Book a session with me. You're not going to be able to do this alone. I certainly was not able to do anything of greatness alone. I always have a mentor or a coach or a teacher. So there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Believe me, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. If you think this is the end for you, it's not. That's what the narcissist has convinced you of, but it's not the end. It's not even the end of the video because I still haven't plugged my merch. So if you want a daily reminder of how strong you are, how strong you've become, check out the official Psychopath Exposure merch store. I've got shirts, I got mugs for survivors, because leaving these toxic people, man, you gotta celebrate. You gotta rejoice. Every time you see that, every time you drink your coffee in one of these mugs, it's a reminder that you've learned, you've grown. You didn't let the narcissist pull you back in. All right. Also helps support the channel. So I really appreciate it. Check that out. If something speaks to you, grab it. Like, subscribe. Guys, share the video. I say it many times. You can't keep what you don't give away. Share this video. Post it on the chat rooms. Post it on Facebook. Share it with people that need this information. Send it to a family member that you think is stuck, that's dating a toxic person, that's married to a toxic person. They might not listen to you, but they might listen to my dumbass face, right? They might be, okay, this guy over there, he must know what he's talking about because he's a Duke fan. And we all know how great Duke is. So gotta trust the Dookie. So, I don't know. See what I just did? I just called myself poop. So there goes my credibility. Damn. I just ruined everything, didn't I? I'm just playing. Am I? Anyway, my name is Kita, guys. My name is Kita, comma. Guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate you. Love you. Stay strong. Have a great evening if you're watching this at night. Have a great day if you're watching this when the sun is shining. And if it's 3 in the morning and you can't sleep and you're watching this video and you're laughing out loud right now, you're welcome.